my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you're new. My name is Brie, aka the Booktrovert, here on YouTube, and today I'm so excited because they dropped the February Book of the Month books super early this month. So it is currently the 29th of January. We still have 2 days left in January. And they went ahead and dropped them. So let's go ahead and go over them. I know there's 7 picks this month and see what we're gonna pick if we pick anything. Oh, also before we get into the picks, I just do want to remind you that if this is your first time seeing this video, there is a link in my description box below for you to get your first Book of the Month book for $5. And you can try it out and see what you think. All right, let's get into the picks. Okay, so here are the February books. It looks like we've got, like I said, 7 hardcovers selections. So we've got Magical Realism, Blackwood's Blue Sky by Ewan Ivy. I butchered that, I'm sure. We have a contemporary fiction called Penitence, also a debut by Kristen Koval. We have a contemporary fiction called Good Dirt by Charmaine Wilkerson. This was one of the spoilers this month. If you're not part of our Discord, our book club Discord, Hosts for Pros, it is linked down below. We have a section in there for Book of the Month spoilers. I also usually put Aardvark spoilers in there. If you're not familiar with Aardvark, it's another book subscription box. And this was one of the predicted spoilers. This was another predicted spoiler, First Time Caller, which is a romance by B.K. Borison. We have a T.J. Klune, which I don't think Book of the Month has ever done a T.J. Klune book before, so this is a first for them. This is a sci-fi called The Bones Beneath My Skin. I actually have an ARC of this one, so I won't be getting this, but for all of the T.J. Klune fans, this is possibly very exciting. Then we have A Season of Light, which is a literary fiction by Julie Aromonia. I probably said that wrong too, I'm really sorry. And then a Book of the Month exclusive. Read it before it hits other bookstores on February 25th. A thriller called Famous Last Words by Gillian McAllister. So this is an early release. If you're not vibing with any of the picks, you always have the option to choose a member fave. So every month they change up their member faves that you can choose from. This month it looks like their member faves are P.S. I Hate You by Lauren Connolly, which is a romance. Dinner for Vampires by Bethany Joy Lenz, which is a memoir. Historical fiction called The Attic Child by Lola J. Ninth House, which is a fantasy by Leigh Bardugo, as well as The Paris Apartment, which is a mystery by Lucy Foley. And then if you don't like any of the picks, you are always welcome to skip. Just make sure that you skip before, I believe it's the 5th or 6th of the month, so you don't get charged. And your credit will just roll over into the next month. So let's get into these picks and see a little bit more of what they're about. So, Blackwood's Blue Sky. The man she loves isn't who she thought he was, but deep in the Alaskan wilds, it may be too late to turn back. Good to knows are it is multiple viewpoints, salacious, rugged in nature. Here's the synopsis if you'd like to pause and read. And it doesn't look like they included any content warnings for this one. Then we have Penitence, which again is a debut. Equal parts tragedy, mystery, and coming of age, a propulsive, decades-long tale exploring the impact of forgiveness. Good to knows are its multiple viewpoints, non-linear timeline, graphic violence, and siblings. Here's the synopsis if you'd like to pause and read. And the content warnings say that this book contains scenes that depict the death of a child and mentions of sexual assault. I did look this one up on Goodreads and it does have pretty good reviews so far, so this is definitely a possibility. Then we have Good Dirt, which I'm so happy they did because Charmaine Wilkerson also wrote Black Cake, which they also have as a Book of the Month book. I actually already requested this from the library, so I won't be getting it from Book of the Month, but I'm happy to see that they did include this one. A hopeful, multi-generational story about a woman's quest to unravel the family mystery that's haunted her for decades. Good to knows are it's emotional, a non-linear timeline, family drama, and international. Here is the synopsis. And this book contains scenes that depict a miscarriage and mentions of sexual assault. Then we have Famous Last Words. After a woman's husband commits an act beyond belief, she is forced into a dizzying game of cat and mouse. Good to knows are its multiple viewpoints, a puzzle, action-packed, and marriage issues. Here's the synopsis, and it doesn't look like they have any content warnings. Then we have First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. I believe this is their first time offering a B.K. Borison book. So for all the romance readers, this is probably very exciting. Fed up with romance, so is Aiden, a love-weary radio host whose world is turned upside down by a charming single mom. Good to knows are it's over 400 pages, movie-ish, a light read, and salacious. Another one that I've already requested from the library, so I won't be choosing this one. Here is the synopsis, and no content warnings from Book of the Month. But as always, please, please, please look up your trigger warnings just in case. Then we have The Bones Beneath My Skin by T.J. Klune. Action-packed and uplifting, an uncanny road trip adventure with cosmic reach and characters as warm as a cup of tea. Good to knows are it's got LGBTQ+ themes, quirky, salacious, and cozy. I do have an ARC of this one that I will be getting to very, very soon because it does come out on the 4th of February. So I won't be picking this one either, but I know quite a few people will probably be very happy that they chose this. Here's the synopsis, if you want to pause and read, and then the content warning says this book contains scenes that depict suicidal ideation and mentions of suicide. And then the last pick is A Season of Light. How far will we go for love? In this fervent, nail-biting family saga, the line between madness and devotion blurs. Actually sounds very interesting. This cover is very... I don't know what it is, but I love the colors. And it kind of looks like maybe some infidelity is happening here. I'm not sure. Kindly note this book is highbrow. Good to know is it's multiple viewpoints, immigration, family drama, and war. So this sounds like it might hit kind of a little too close to home. Here's the synopsis. The content warning says this book contains scenes depicting child abuse, domestic abuse, and mentions of sexual assault. So this looks like quite a heavy read. Alright, so those are our main picks. Let's go and see what add-ons we have. Okay, so we do have Rebel Witch. We have Scythe and Sparrow, Kingdom of Claw. I know a lot of people are going to be super happy to see those. We also got a late add-on, Water Moon, last month that you could add to your box this month. I've actually already purchased this one, but I am very happy to see that they're offering it. So Rebel Witch, I know this is the second book to Heartless Hunter or The Crimson Moth if you're in the UK. This is actually really exciting because this book does not actually come out until the end of February. So the fact that you could go ahead and get it early is really cool. I'm definitely planning on reading this one. Not getting it from Book of the Month because the copy I have wouldn't match, but that's very exciting. In the simmering follow-up to Heartless Hunter, fierce warriors face an impossible decision between love and duty. It's over 400 pages, salacious, multiple viewpoints, and the second in a series. Here's the synopsis if you want to pause and read. If you haven't read the first one, I highly recommend not reading the synopsis, but if you have, go for it. Then we have a romance called You Between the Lines, which is a debut by Katie Naiman. To love or not to love, that is the question for two poets and former nemesis. I probably said that wrong. Stuck together in an MFA program. This cover is like really cute. Good to know where it's happy, salacious, writer's life, enemies to lovers. Here's the synopsis, and doesn't look like Book of the Month included any content warnings. I do see Taylor Swift right here, which I love. Then we have Jojo Moyes' new book, We All Live Here, which is a contemporary fiction, but if you add this to your box won't ship until the 10th or 11th of February, so just keep that in mind. Jojo Moyes is back with a colorful cast and a crucial question. How can we find joy in the midst of crisis? I also have this one from the library, like on hold, so I'm excited about this one. Get to Know's over 400 pages, writer's life, multiple viewpoints, and mama drama. Here's the synopsis. And they did also feature another book by Jojo Moyes. It's called Someone Else's Shoes, which I did read, and it was okay. It wasn't my favorite, but I'm willing to give Jojo another try. Then we have another second in a series. This is Kingdom of Claw, which is a fantasy by Demi Winters. Also, if you add this book to your box, it won't ship until the 3rd or 4th of February. Follow a determined woman's quest to save her sister in this spellbinding sequel to The Road of Bones, which they do also offer on Book of the Month. If they offer the second in a sequel or in a series, they also offer the first, just to keep that in mind. Here's the synopsis and no content warnings. Then we have another romance, so this is good for February. We've got Wedding Dashers, which is another debut. I love that they're doing so many debuts. I tend to have really good luck with debuts from Book of the Month, but this one looks really cute. This is by Heather McBreen. In this exhilarating romp across Britain, a wedding may be the destination, but love is what happens along the way. Good to Know's are its international, salacious, enemies to lovers, and wedding. Here's the synopsis if you want to pause, and there's no content warnings. We've got 3 more add-ons. So we've got Scythe and Sparrow, which is the 3rd in a series. The Butcher and Blackbird and Leather and Lark, which are still off. Both of those are still offered by Book of the Month, so that's nice. By Bryn Weaver. This is a romance, but this is going to be like a more dark romance, I guess. Quick take, expect exuberant levels of both love and gore in this sexy, squeamy, spicy finale from Bryn Weaver. Not for the faint of heart, this book is gruesome, which I think if you've read the other 2, you probably know that. I do have this one in I have the other 2 in paperback, so I will be getting this one in paperback, but again, it's nice that they offered the final one since they offered the other 2. This has multiple viewpoints, graphic violence, 3rd in a series, and extra spicy. Here's the synopsis, and the content warnings are mentions of domestic abuse and sexual assault. Then we have It's Getting Hot in Here by Jane Costello. I love this cover. She's got a fan and like, that's cute. This is a romance by Jane Costello. Hot flashes and heartache have got nothing on a fabulous TV executive who falls in love with her gorgeous new co-worker. Good to Know's are its inspirational female friendships. Oh, I love that. Mama drama and enemies to lovers. Here is the synopsis, and it doesn't look like there's content warnings. And then the final add-on that we have is a fantasy called Watermoon. Like I said, already purchased this one, but I'm very happy to see that they're offering this. This sounds like nothing I've ever read before, so I think this is really great to kind of mix it up. This is by Samantha Soto Yambao. Again, I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Quick take, care to trade in your regrets or travel through different dimensions? Then step right into this dreamy fantasy world. Good to Know's or it's a puzzle, magical, quest, and cozy. Here's the synopsis for this one. I highly recommend pausing to read. This book just sounds really, really good. And doesn't look like they have any content warnings for it. Okay, to be quite honest with you, I am debating just either getting Penitence or skipping because, like I said, I have a good majority of these either as an ARC or on hold already from the library, which I am trying to do more reading from my library just to support local libraries and whatnot. But I think I'm going to read the first little bit of Penitence and see if that sounds kind of up my alley, like the writing. And then if it is, I will do it as my book of the month and we will carry on. But I'm not going to choose it yet just because I want to think on it a little bit. I also want to see what Aardvark is offering. I'm trying really hard to limit the books that I bring into my house this year. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. let me know what you guys got from book of the month. I always love reading what you guys pick. And I will see you in the next one. Bye guys!